Hey guys, Mark from Gunpla Network here, and welcome to my review of the XXX G-01SR Gundam Sandrock, or Gundam 04 as he's known in the anime. Here you'll see him spinning in a pose I left him with from the preview of the heat shuttles in active mode, and he looks very dangerous like that. Huge swords, guys, huge swords. Big thanks to Hobbyco for allowing me to review this kit for them. It's been a great partnership so far and looking forward to more in the future. What we cut to now though is him in a, I guess, naked state. There's no armor on. You can see a side view there. See the cockpit was open at the front, not much going on in the back. And this is what he looks like just standing as a full inner frame. I did leave two thigh covers off the top though. They didn't do anything, they were just covers. Here you can see into the cockpit a little. It's really dark, it was hard to get light in there guys, I'm really sorry. But there's a little catcher figure in there, not much going on. The legs have good detail and you'll see you can pull those back and you will see a mechanical movement going on with pieces sliding as they go. And it's got really good flexibility. The frame feels really strong on this one, guys. And this is slightly not how I do the review usually. That leg does pop out a little. I don't know if it's just my version, but possibly I need to push the other one back out and allow it to move in a little. But so far, good kit. I was happy with the build. The inner frame was the first thing I built and it was really fun. Back to Sandrock, let's just remove those heat shuttles from his hand. Now, they snap into place with a little, there's like a hole in the heat shuttle handle, same as the machine gun, which I'll show you later. And then he has like a piece sticking out of his palm that everything clips into when you want to hold something. And that's a really stable design. Nothing fell out of his hands at any point. It was really solid. So there you go, there's Sandrock just as you would get him. Good color separation, guys. All those yellow bits are all separate pieces that you clip in on the shoulder, the cameras, under the ankle armor, the skirt armor. It was all separate. It was really good, really detailed, as you expect for a Master Grade. I guess even though this is an older one, I find it really cool. And I think he looks pretty good from all angles. I wasn't a huge fan of Sandrock, as I said, but after building this kit, I can see why people like it. Alright, let's talk about some articulation. Head will go forward all the way like that, as you can see. It will pull back. It will pop out if you're not careful, but it does go up a bit. Side to side, you could go around, but the neck guard will hit the cameras, so you can't actually really turn backwards. Not that you'd want to, I mean, there are cameras all around. The V-fin doesn't seem to pop off on this as much as it did on other kits, which is a really nice change. Side armor, if you lift that flap up on the arms, you will get not quite parallel, just below. But if you pull out the joint, you can then go parallel. There's a good shoulder joint in this one, guys. Twist all the way around, not a problem there. Really strong joints too on this one. And the elbow will go all the way up like that. The wrist guard doesn't actually pop off as badly as I thought it was going to. I've got the holding hands on, but he does come with many hand variations. Okay. You can pull that shoulder joint, will come out and roll forward on you like that. And it's really stable. It was really easy to do, doesn't feel loose at all. Good tightness on there, and it would only tighten up more after painting. On the waist, you will get a little turn, but you will obviously hit the side skirt and you will hit the front crotch cover area, so you can't go all the way around. But a good little amount of turning in there to give you you would have seen the preview, to swing those heat shuttles. And you can rock a little back and forward. Arms up, let's talk about some front skirt. They will move, go up, like that, and you can see under mechanical detail. The side skirts, not quite parallel, but they can, because they're on a ball joint, will turn. And it will go, oops, yeah, it comes off. That was my bad, sorry guys. It actually does come apart really easily, and that was the only piece. Usually it's the front skirts I battle with. On this kit it was actually the side skirts I had a little fight with. They didn't want to stay on. But if you're careful with them, they just clip back on like that, and they will stay on. Back skirt has a good amount of articulation. I'm not used to kits that have a back skirt articulation, which does help when posing if you want to put him in a crouch or, leaning forward. Leg will go up, but the knee armor will hit the front skirt, so bend that at the knee, and boom, you can get all the way up there. And he's got a good amount of articulation there in the leg. When you bend, the inner armor pulls the the armor forward, and you get some exposed detail there. That's really nice. I like it when armor moves, guys. Ankle armor does get in the way a little. The feet don't, bend in on themselves or anything, so there's no middle articulation in the feet. And the ankle armor seemed like it actually blocked a bit when I was trying to do some posing for the preview. You will almost get to kick yourself in the back, as I showed with the inner frame, but the back skirt's in the way. And if you're not careful, the leg could pop off on my kit, but I have had that happen with a lot of kits. Maybe it's just me, I'm not sure. On the backpack, you do get no articulation out of those middle thruster bells. They don't move. The thruster bells on the side where the heat show tools lock into, they have some good articulation there. So I like that's a kind of good, real world mechanical detail, I think, on that. They'll pull forward, pull back. And there's a reason for that. You would have seen him reaching for his heat show tool in the preview. So when you roll that forward, it rolls the heat show tool's handle forward and you can grab it. Okay, onto the heat show tools. Now, these are in active mode with the clear part. These just pop out. I actually was skeptical and thought I was going to break something, but no, all good. I was worried for nothing. Okay, now you take the silver part, the, I guess, deactive mode or just the blade, and it's identical parts, guys, clear and silver, that's all. So there were some nub marks. You can see a dark spot. It's more apparent on the silver, but if you paint, that's not an issue. Just take your time and the nubs will come off. I left a little of it there just to show it. I'm not sure if you can see. Otherwise I sanded the silver ones back. And it didn't leave too bad a mark, but obviously you will see a dark spot on the silver blade. These just clip straight in there like that. Bang, not a problem. I took them in and out a few times just to test it, and they were quite solid, so as long as you're careful. Alright, getting the heat show tools on the backpack, you fold that handle around. The inner part there I would face inwards so it doesn't show on the model when you're displaying it. Clip into the backpack, and roll that cover forward, and that's it. They just lock in like that. Now, I thought the guy was going to be really back heavy with two big blades on his back, and no, it was more of a problem when you're holding them getting balance. When they're locked in there on the backpack, that is a great design. It was not back heavy at all. And that's it. There you go, guys. Now, the beam machine gun. Apparently not very powerful, but has a higher rate of fire than most guns. That's what it says in the manual. That will roll forward, the handle and magazine, and that stabilizer bar will go back, a little beam Uzi. You'll see a little hole there in the cover, or the handle I should say. Now, that's what the heat show tools have as well. And on the inner part of the hand, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, there's a little clip there, and that just pushes onto that and it holds it. The shield, gotta love this, many layers. I thought it would clip into the backpack, but it doesn't. These two bits here that roll is, as you were seeing in the preview, the pincers. So you attach the two folded up blade handles onto that and you can move it around mechanically. It's actually got some movement to it. The beam Uzi will attach to the shield on either side there. And this moves forward as well. You can pull that forward. It's hard to grab onto. And roll that like that. And in pincer mode, it looks like fangs biting down on the Leos. It just clips into the forearm. Either side, but obviously most left would put it on. That's your closed fist that I had on. And left on the runner, we have some open hands and another set of closed kind of fists. Slightly different to the other ones. There's your little standing Catra figure. I'll paint him up and he'll look nice standing next to his dear Sandrock. Now, stickers I didn't apply any, obviously, because I am going to paint this kit a little, just the coloured areas, not the white. And then I'll put on the dry transfers once I've got the, first time, I'll try it. Once I've got a gloss coat on and I've done some panel lining. Okay, grab my hobby knife here and let's open up the cockpit because I want to show you that. There is actually, it'll be hard to see on camera, but there is actually a little bit of detail on the inside of the cockpit cover. It's like a stairs, like they're walking up. So there is actually a little bit of detail on the cover itself. And in there, it'd be really hard to see, but you can see his white legs. There is a Catra. Yeah, it's really hard to get the light in. Sorry, guys. But you can see his white legs in there. There is actually a little seated Catra figure in the chair. All right, let's have a look at everything he comes with again. So you get the shield, You get the 2 heat shotels on the backpack, you get the beam machine gun, you get the standing catcher figure, and there's a few hands depending on how you want to pose him. I'd put the shotels in the backpack and display with the gun and the shield on. There's your spare blades. This is a must-buy kit, guys. It is a must for your collection if you are a Wing fan. Look forward to collecting all 5. Alright guys, that's everything it comes with. I love this review. This was fantastic. I will definitely get more of the Wing kits. Hopefully I can review them for you. And maybe we'll look at something else next. Alright guys, thanks very much.